Good evening and welcome. It's Monday night, so it must be the ILFL Soccer Night Show with me, David Joseph. Good evening to you. I have a full complement of guest speakers, panelists and pundits to entertain you all throughout the 40 or 50 minutes that we have to speak to you live on the NTV channel. It's been a busy weekend. We've had a cup final. We've had a whole Super Cup tournament. We've got Nanu here, so we must be talking about the vets. And we have some champions at the other end of the studio to speak to as well. But before we get to all of that, let's cast our minds back to last Friday evening. Yes, not often that we have games on a Friday night, but this was an important game. In fact, it was the Interleague Champions Cup to be contested between last year's Premier Division champions Stepney playing against the Musical League's finest in Gower All-Stars. They came head-to-head and went toe-to-toe all the way up there in NW9, and if you don't know where that is, Google map it. Here is the footage from that game and the highlights of what happened. It's Friday night's Interleague Champions Cup game between Gower All-Stars and Stepney FC. There it is. Listen, all I can say is congratulations to a very, very good team in Gower All-Stars. I was privileged enough to watch your semi-final against Reach Out, and I was a little bit surprised at the quality of football that you displayed against Reach Out, who are a tough team to beat. But it was no fluke. You proved that you are worthy interleague champions by dispatching and dismantling a very good Stepney side who had no answer to your football by 3 goals to 0. Rashid, we have a new name on the trophy.
To be honest, I know the manager, Gal Starfield, spoke to him on a few occasions. Even the disappointment after last year when they lost that semi-final, he said from day one, I don't care how, but we have to win it because he was hurt. He wanted so much. I think every round he was making sure the team was there, organised, putting a full strength side, and every stage he was telling me, I want to win. So the passion was there, the drive was there, as we saw the quality was there as well. So to be honest, credit to the management and the team for winning it, because they were a bit short in the last 2 years, losing out in the semi-finals. This year they won it. It just goes to show, for me, from ILFL's point of view, that in the last recent years, you've got the Music League, obviously winning this year, Hackney team winning. We need to step up. ILFL team need to step up. It was good effort from Stepney again to the final, but obviously we've seen the difference in quality from different leagues. And I think this is the interesting part about this Interleague Champions Cup, playing the champions from different leagues. And we as ILFL, I think we need to just step up a couple of more to match up with all the other teams around surrounding us.
And like I said, we have to give some credit to Gower All-Stars because I think we probably didn't give them enough credit, the credit they deserved, maybe at the beginning of the season. Because I mean, when we spoke earlier in the tournament, we had MK Galacticos come down and play Meteors, first round, the final from the year before, and we thought, wow, 2 good teams, couldn't get any better than that. Gower just went about the business, and unbeknown to everybody, Gower are a side that are unbeaten all season.
I checked them in the Music League. They're top of the league itself. They won it last year, and they're really a strong side. And I think each round he was making sure that they get the win through because he was determined, and the team knew that as well. Even when they played the semi-final, it was about making sure they put in a performance, make sure they get to the final. It wasn't about let's play good football, etc. They are a good side and they deserve, so all credit to Gower Stars.
Indeed too. Nanu, where does this put somebody like Gower? They've now stamped their mark, they've stamped their authority, now they're a target, aren't they?
They are a target, and I think that's a really good example, you know, what teams like that can do, you know, winning almost pretty much every single game and then coming to the Champions Cup and winning that as well, you know. Slightly disappointed with Stepney because this is the second year running that they reached the final and, you know, and they couldn't do it. But I think Stepney has a wider issues about players. The one thing that I didn't like about Stepney is that they have too many senior players in the team. You know, I'm talking about 4 or 5, maybe perhaps sometimes 6 over 35s in that team, and they're relying on the experience. What they really need to do is get some of the youths in there, you know. I mean, they've got abundance of players. All the new players have got the reserve team as well. They've got lots to choose from. But I think those senior players have to give way to some of the new boys.
I think sometimes as well it's maybe striking the balance. I mean, Gower as well, I mean, they had a lot of young players, but you could see they had a mixture of youth and experience. In particular, they've got a striker, I think his name's Ayub Doadi. He's excellent, holds the ball up really, really well, brings players in from time to time. They know how to work around him. They've got young players in abundance that came from midfield. And at the back, where you were very rarely troubled, I have to say, last Friday, in making a squad and a team that is indomitable. I know that they're going to be looking to come and defend their title again next season. Are there the teams now to compete with them, do you think?
Well, I mean, today, yeah, absolutely, they are the team to compete with. But next season, things will change, and it changes every season. I know Meteors have won it back-to-back twice, but this year around, they haven't, you know, they haven't even succeeded as much as some of the other teams have succeeded. But next year, different players, different team, different landscape. At the end of the day, it's a cup game as well.
Can Gower win it two in a row?
Possibly. They're a good side, they're organised, and the manager, if he's determined that this year, why not? The only thing, I think it'll give a marker to other teams to step up. For me, it's about, I'm looking at from ILFL point of view, our team, we need to step up because we're struggling when it comes to the latter stages in the quarter-final and semi-final. Yes, Stepney went through, but other teams need to obviously push, and we need to improve our league or to challenge for these other champions from other divisions, other leagues.
Listen, like I said, without a doubt, well done to you, Gower. I know you have your own quadruple that you're going for regionally within your own league and within the other cups that you're looking to take home. The Super Cup, the Champions Cup, sorry, was the first one that you've taken, and well done to you, as well deserved. Well done. Wish you the best of luck with everything else that you're doing within your respective divisions and within your area as well. I know your manager Philip Glynn wanted to big up another player of yours, Paul Cotter, who's been an absolute force and a revelation in the midfield. So well done to you, Paul. Well done to you, Philip. Well done to Gower All-Stars for being our Interleague Champions Cup winners for 2016. We're going to take a break. We're going to be speaking to another winner. Like I said, I mentioned him in the first section of the show, in the next segment, and we're going to talk about upcoming tournaments. UK BFC coming this weekend. We'll see you after this break.